welcome to another Glenwood Families service. How are you? Really important, how are you? Good, yeah, I know. It's been so strange, hasn't it? Back to school, some of us lots, some of us not so much yet. Yeah, loads of stuff's been changing. Another thing that's changed is that we are starting a new series in our Glenwood Families service, all about how Jesus is awesome. And we're going to be learning different reasons that Jesus is awesome by finding out about some of the miracles he did while he was here on earth. A miracle is something impossible that Jesus did. And there are loads of stories like that in the Bible, so it's going to be super fun. Every week we'll find out something new about Jesus through one of those miracles. Let's get started. This week we're going to be learning something, and I've got some friends who are going to tell you what we're going to be learning about Jesus today. Here we go.
Jesus is generous.
There was a wedding in Cana. Jesus' mother was invited, and so were Jesus and his friends. Weddings are so much fun. When all the wine was gone, Jesus' mother came to him and said, "They've run out of wine." "Why are you telling me?" said Jesus. "My time hasn't come yet." But Jesus' mother looked at the servants and said, "Do whatever he tells you to do." She knew her son. In that place there were 6 stone jars. The Jews used them for their washing ceremonies. Each jar held about 100 litres of water. That's a lot of water. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill those stone jars right to the top with water." So the servants filled them. Then he said, "Now take some out and take it to the master of ceremonies to taste." So they did. When they took it to the master of ceremonies, it had become wine. He took it and drank it and was amazed. He ran to the bridegroom and said, "Most people use their best wine at the beginning of a wedding, but you have saved the best till last." So there in Cana in Galilee, Jesus performed his first miracle, his first impossible thing. And it was turning water into wine. Not just a little bit of water, not even a lot of water. 600 litres of water into 600 litres of the best wine anyone had ever tasted. Hello, we're in my kitchen, as you can see, and we're going to do a little bit of science now, which I'm very excited about. Now, I've got some dangerous things here, so I'm going to put on I've got my apron on to protect my clothes. I'm going to put on my safety goggles, because that looks cool, and I'm going to use some gloves as well, because I'm going to be using some dangerous chemicals today. I know, very exciting. So in our story today, Jesus turned water into wine, and I'm going to see if I can turn wine back into water. Wow, something that looks a little bit like wine into something that looks a bit more like water, but you'll see. So first thing I'm going to do, got some food colouring. Now really this should be red to make it look like wine, but I haven't got red, I've got blue. So you're going to have to imagine blue wine, it'll be fine. So I'm going to put just a drop in here, and then I'm going to fill it up with some water, and what we should get is blue water. add a drop more because that's not very blue. Ooh, that's better. Okay, so here's our nice blue wine. My children asked me what this meant the other day. It's when you say something but you don't really mean it. So it's not wine, but I'm pretending it's wine. So that's my wine, nice and blue. Tasty blue wine. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take some bleach. Now, bleach is what you use to clean your toilet. If you drink bleach, you will die, okay? This is how serious this is. So even though I'm about to put it in a cup, no way ever could you drink this, okay? It's not to drink with. This is not something that you try at home. Got it? Got it. Let's carry on. So I'm going to put a little bit of this bleach, into my other cup. Okay. So I've got a little bit of bleach in there. I've got my wine-ish over here. I'm going to pour this in here. And what I'm hoping is it's going to turn back, like the colour's going to go and it's going to turn back into water. We'll have to see. Are we ready? Ooh, interesting. It's turned a pinky colour. Now that could be because I haven't cleaned this cup very well. Because a minute ago I tried this with some pink food colouring and it didn't clean. Okay. It's not quite wine into water or water into wine, but you get the idea, right? Of a complete change of colour. I'm quite pleased with that. Do you know, only Jesus has the power to do miracles. But it's quite fun to have a little go at doing science, isn't it? And trying to recreate things that are a little bit like what he does. I've got a tiny bit of wine and water here. Imagine what it would have been like to see Jesus turn all that water into the best wine ever. He's so incredible and so generous.
Na 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 na. Every move I make, I'm making you. You make me need Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Every step I take, I take in you. You are my way, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Waves of mercy, waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see your face. Your love has captured me. Oh my God, this love, how can it be? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Every move I make, I'm making you. You make me new, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe. Every step I take, I take in you. You are my way, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Waves of mercy, waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see your face. Your love has captured me. Oh my God, this love, how can it be? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Okay, it's time to spend a little bit of time now praying with Jesus. Praying is having a conversation, and there are two parts to a conversation: talking, which we call chat, and listening, which we call catch. In a moment, we're going to have the opportunity to do some chatting to Jesus, and then we're going to ask him a question and try and catch an answer from him. I'm going to stay with you the whole time. It's going to be great. So, the first thing we're going to do is chat. So I'd like you to tell Jesus, and you can tell him out loud with your words, or you can tell him quietly in your head and in your heart without making any noise with your mouth. You can do it either way. I'd like you to chat to him about something you need at the moment. It could be something physical, it could be like strength or courage or anything. If you can't think of anything you need, you could chat to Jesus about something else that someone you know needs. Okay, let's do that together. Go! Brilliant, well done. That was 30 seconds. You did really good because that's quite a long time. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to ask Jesus a question, and we're going to see if we can catch an answer from him. An answer might be a thought in our heads, an emotion that we feel, a picture that we see either with our eyes or in our imaginations. It might be words from the Bible, or it could be loads of other things as well. So let's ask Jesus our question and let's see if we can catch an answer from him. So the question we're going to ask is, Jesus, why did you turn so much water into wine? Why did you turn so much water into wine? Let's catch an answer. That's been 30 seconds. If you need a little bit more, pause me and carry on. I caught something from Jesus then, I think. I kind of felt like he said to me, it might seem like it was a lot of water and a lot of wine to you, but to me, it was nothing. I felt like Jesus said I could fill the whole ocean with wine and it wouldn't be using even a tiny bit of my power. Wow, Jesus is powerful and he's so generous to us. I hope you caught something too. If not, don't worry, it can take some time and some practice to learn how to catch from Jesus, but we'll be trying every single week, so I'm sure that it won't be long before you catch something from him too. So that's about all we've got time for in our service today. But if you would like to keep on thinking about the story we had today and about how Jesus is generous, then we have got some craft activities that you could do if you wanted to. If you have a look, in the links underneath this video, there's a link to some craft resources. And in a few weeks' time, we're going to have a craft gallery where anything you guys have made to do with Jesus's miracles and Jesus being awesome, I want to see pictures and I want to see videos, and we're going to put them on the service to show everybody. So make sure you have a look at that if you'd like to do some craft activities. Every week when we finish these new series of videos, we're going to leave you guys with a question that as a family you could have a chat about after the service finishes. So I'm going to hand over to my special helpers to ask you that question, and then I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.
Has Jesus been generous to you?